Evita la margine, y'a pas de raccourci. Oublie tes soucis. Oh, oh, oh.
Feel the magic in the air. Introductory song to Sports Cafe every Saturday here on A1 Radio 101.1. This morning we'll be looking at Carlos Queiroz first Black Stars call up, 23-man call up. A lot of people have said they can make head and tail of the call up he's made. Just a few months to just a month to the World Cup in USA, Mexico, and Canada, actually. We'll also be looking at Goldfuss and other corporate institutions have made donations. They've made their pledge to the national teams. Coach Prosper Ogum names a 23-man squad. They are currently in Morocco. Will take on Mali, their counterparts from Mali, in a friendly before the tournament starts in Morocco. But they are already in Morocco, so acclimatized with the weather. Black Princesses, after a 2-1 scoreline at Accra Sports Stadium, will take on the Ugandans this weekend in the second leg. Will they be able to navigate in this particular one against the Ugandans to qualify for the U20 World Cup, U20 Women's World Cup? Then we'll also be looking at African Athletics Championship, which begins on Tuesday, the 12th of May to the 17th of May, with top athletes from around the continent coming. Coach Ali is here to talk about that, and then athletics in the region as well. Today is May 9th, and of course, 25 years after May 9th disaster, what are the lessons we've learned from this? My panelists are here to talk of the lessons we all would have learned from this. I was very young then when it happened. May 9th, over 126 persons lost their lives at the Accra Sports Stadium in a match between Accra Suffolk and Asante Kotoko. We seem not to have learned a lot from it. There's still hooliganism around the various centers in our league matches. We also preview the GPL and then Division 1 league games. Then the CAF Confederations Cup. First leg is today. USM Alger will host Zamalek from Egypt in Algeria. The next week would have the second leg. Then after 20 years, Arsenal are set for a date of destiny. They play PSG in Budapest. Aston Villa are also in the Europa Cup final. The Conference League final also has another English team in Crystal Palace. Then we'll preview some of the top 5 leagues in Europe. We'll actually be looking at some of the leagues in Europe, actually, time permitting. Then there's also Valverde and Tchouaméni, who had a go at each other, and because of that they've been fined 300,000 each by Real Madrid after the training ground burst up. We'll be back. My panelists are already seated. We'll be back to talk this and more when we get back.
Feel the magic in the air. I love it in my all air. Ale. Feel the magic in the air. I love it in my all air. Ale.
Feel the magic in the air.
Magic System, Red One, Shawty.
Feel the magic in the air.
Thank you for doing the listening and sticking with A1 Radio 101.1. It's Sports Cafe. You're welcome to the studios, gentlemen.
No, thank you.
Yeah, Coach Ali is here with us. But Kadri, let me start with you. Audition squad. People have tagged Carlos Queiroz first Black Star scholar.
Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning to Coach Ali of Ghana. Yes. panelists here and to the entire staff of A1 Radio. And also, good morning to the cherished listeners of A1 Radio. Without them, we wouldn't have been here this morning to discuss sports. Yeah, Quero's first Black Stars squad, quite an interesting one. He's caught up in a mist of time. He's currently in a situation where he's in a tight corner because of where we have found ourselves. I think this is the last by one friendly match we'll be playing before the World Cup. And the last time I came here, I proposed if I was a Black Stars, the GFA, I would have organized 2 additional matches, even if they are low profile matches, for him to be able to completely assess the team before he can come out with his final 23 or 24 man squad for the World Cup because of time. Well, we've heard the name, we've seen the names, and we have all gone through it. We know the players that he has. Clearly, he's telling us that he's still going to do some trials for him to be able to assess the players and make his final decision for the World Cup. I wouldn't blame him. Ahead of Dreams FC. Dreams FC goalkeeper who was supposed to be in the team. I don't know what happened. Was it injury or something? Yes. They had to take him off and bring back Benjamin Ansari to come and fill that gap. Well, let's see how the match will go first. But for now, we'll just hold our guns and give him the benefit of the doubt to come out with the best for us.
Yeah, Bamusa.
Yeah, Mr. Fuzi.
Yeah. Wholesale changes to the Black Stars. This wasn't expected.
Yeah, okay. Before I start, I would also like to say good morning to our lovely listeners back home. Well, before I talk about the squad being named by Carlos Queiroz, I think he said a lot. Some names were being absent from the squad, and we all know maybe he has his own idea why he left the likes of Semenyo, Thomas Partey, and then Jordan Ayew. More or less, he wants to see he wants to explore the squad that he has. Maybe whether he can get some new guys to mix in with the old guys. And there are some notable names when you look within the squad, talking about Majid Ashimiru and then Afenjan, who has also been absent from the squad for at least maybe, I think since 2025, he wasn't called up for the Black Stars. And again, there's what's the name? Midiama FC midfielder, Salim Adams, who has been one of the
Revelations of the
when you
local
come
league.
to the Ghana Premier League. I saw his name, I was like, wow, maybe he deserves it. So at least maybe within these 2 friendly matches, who knows, maybe we could see some of our local players, even if not 1 or 2 or more, into the Black Star team. So more or less, maybe the coach knows why he's doing this. So let's just give him the benefit of the doubt. Nobody will say that, oh, maybe the names that were not mentioned, like the big guys, wouldn't go. He wants to explore those, the debutants, and then the local league. I think 6 players from the local league. He just wants to see how he can maybe evaluate his squad towards the 2020 for the upcoming World Cup. So let's not argue. We are here to go to the tournament. The coach has to explore all the guns he has around him so that he will select the best team for the World Cup.
Coach, the match falls not into the FIFA. It falls outside the FIFA international window, and that's why some of the players couldn't be invited. But were you expecting these wholesale changes to the national team?
Oh yes. First of all, I want to say good morning to our listeners. You see, the coach is the professional coach, and what he sees on the field is different than anybody else. He knows what he wants to do for every Ghanaian to be happy. So let's give him time to see how best he wants to organize our boys.
Coach, we don't seem to have time because we only have a month left.
You see, we've got some coaches we've got some coaches who are very excellent in their job. Like they've got a short-term plan and a long-term plan, and perhaps he wants to use both, bring them together, and see how bad he can push. You see, these our Black Stars. Most of them are known all over the world, and this coach wants to bring some local players whom others don't know, who are also doing well in the Premier League, so that when they are able to join the team and when they are in the field, before they could know, goals have started, Ghana have started scoring, because they won't be expecting set players. To me, this is what I'm also observing. You see, like my brother mentioned Samanyo. Everybody knows Samanyo. Immediately Samanyo goes to the field, the one that is going to mark Samanyo, he knows how Samanyo plays. Definitely, he will take him up. From the beginning, he will never give Samanyo a chance. You see, but a new player coming, if you are not careful, look, there will be a lot of changes in our squad. So let's give him time.
Okay.
Let's watch him and see whatever. He already said it, that 36 Ghanaian coaches are ready to view. So let's accept him. And give him time.
Okay. So has the rebuild started? Is Carlos Queiroz already rebuilding a different Black Stars, or he's just auditioning players for the World Cup?
Far from that. Clearly, you can see he's an experienced coach. Just like I said, he's caught in between time. The time he has from now to prepare his team for the World Cup is very limited. And he's already trying to tell us that he knows what he's doing. It is the reason why he has decided to invite players outside the usual 23, 24-man squad we are familiar with. Bringing in a couple of new guys that he thinks he can pick a handful of them to join the main team that will give us the best at the World Cup. You understand? I am happy he didn't go the whole way. Oh, already these are the guys we have, so we are going with them. So whatever happens, that is it. So clearly, he's a coach that has, let me say, followed the Black Stars for some time. So he has studied our style of play. He has profile of our key players and how to use them. But maybe Salim and the rest, they have gotten limited time. I think this is the first time Salim is appearing at the Black Stars.
Yes.
And he has been very solid in the Ghana Premiership this season. And he has been the engine behind the Mediama team that is going to lift the trophy possibly this season again. You understand? So with all these guys, it's unfortunate the goalkeeper for Dreams FC couldn't make it because of injury. I would have been happy if he was there and he's able to make the mark, and the coach will pick him, add him to another local goalkeeper, what do you call it, a home base, because the advice is there is to stop with this local thing.
Yeah.
This home base goalkeeper Benjamin Assad, who is already our number one. If we had this Dreams FC guy also proving to the coach that he's up to the task, then we have these two home base players, goalkeepers representing us. That would have been very fantastic. It would have at least raised the image of our local league. You understand? So all in all, I think the coach is heading in the right direction.
My last question, this to the three of you. Does this bring back the argument that there should be a quota for home-based players in the Black Star squad?
For me, I don't support that entirely. You see, we can get to a point where if you decide to put a quota of maybe 2 or 3 players, then we get to a particular season where you have fantastic players numbering up to 5 or 6 that can make it to the Black Stars team. What do you do? If you get to a point where clearly you could just see that the quality we have in the local league doesn't match up to what we need to be to play in the Black Stars, do you just force and go and put 3 players there? Absolutely not.
Bamusa.
Yeah, Mr. Fizi. Yeah, it's a no to me. Because we could quite remember when Asante Kotto and the likes of House of Folk were dominating Africa. And some time ago, it was even House of Folk that they used in playing or maybe to represent Black Stars.
Against Nigeria
yes, so you can
2002 World Cup qualifier.
So you can imagine maybe going forward, we'll have similar thing. What are you going to see? Are you going to drop all this talent and go in for the foreign-based players? So for me, it's a no thing.
Coach Ali.
Same. What I would say is, you see, this gone are the days when you could see two professional players in the Black Stars, Abidi Pele and Tony Boa. The rest were all local players. And they were featured in the team, they were playing better. So there's nothing like Kuta. It won't help. It won't help.
No, what people have argued is that it should be a form of token to the local league, where we have maybe, if you decide that we will take 3 players, because obviously after the World Cup, most of the teams get some money. Yes.
Okay, what I want to say is, if they want quota, that means they are trying to bring a lot of first and second division to the Black Star, where they will invite all the professional players and the local players they want. Bring them together, train together, and now you divide them to play against themselves. And there you sit down and select who is doing. They themselves will get to know one another. They will say, oh, this guy is a local player, but he's doing well. But if you say you, the coach, wants to, or authorities will say, let's send Kuta, no. Let them come together, play as a team. Divide them into 2. Like what the Starlights were doing those days. You could see that they had Team B and Team A. And the good ones were mixed with those who were not able. But they came out with their 18 players those days, and they were able to succeed. So let's see. Let's give the coach time. Let's give the coach time to see whatever. But the quota system, me, I feel it's not.
And the other factor is that, there are a lot of issues surrounding player selection. You understand? We have a lot of good players, young talents in Europe, who for one or two reasons, they need Black Stars call out. They need to, in Europe, especially the EPL, there's some, if you start from the lower level in England, you can progress into the Premiership. But if you come from other leagues and you are a nationality of another country, you are expected to play in your national team at least 3 call-ups before they can register to play in the Premiership. We have guys that are good, they are there. They just want some maybe 2 or 3 call-ups to be able to make the big money push. So you see, these are all a lot of factors.
I remember the case of Anderson.
Sure.
When United wanted to sign him, because he had never played for the Brazilian team. United had to prove to the FA that he was a special talent, and because of his age, that's why he hadn't gotten to play for.
So all these bottlenecks are the reasons why sometimes they call up, they consider all these things. If not, look, sometimes you go to the World Cup, out of the 23-man squad, you can pick 15 that are just those playing now until the tournament, you leave the tournament and come back. And you have about 10 players that will never even warm up, not to talk of feature in the match. You could have decided that you take that 10 player quota and give it to the local teams, knowing very well that they are substitutes. They will only come in case of injuries. You understand? So that the training fee that will come, or is it the appearance fee that the clubs will take, like in the last World Cup, clubs took close to $100,000. That is not small money. 100,000, it's not small money.
Yeah, that has been the argument of those calling for the quota system.
Yes. So that's what I'm saying. The quota system can either advantage or disadvantage the Premier League clubs in Ghana.
But quickly before we go, I said that was my last question. But we can't move without talking about Amuzu. Amuzu, just 4 or 5 years ago, said he didn't feel Ghanaian. He wanted to play for the Belgium national team because there he felt they could win something.
But it has always been like that. When they are at their peak, they will tell you that they don't feel Ghanaian, like Inaki Williams and the rest. They want to play. But when they realize that time is gone, they will get it. They are out of the picture. They will not be looking at coming to play for Ghana.
I don't know whether Gamusu are coming from Guinea.
Yeah,
Brazil. I don't know. Maybe this time he feel Ghanaian. That's why.
Yes, you know that there's no way for him over there. You see, what I want to say is, there was a time Green Eagles invited 150 players to Nigeria.
Yeah, Nigeria.
150. Can we do that? Is that like what you just said? How to look? There are players all over the world, Ghanaian players, hungry. If those doing something can go around and get all of them So we look for a place where the locals will join all these guys and train together. I'm telling you, we can get first, second, third divisions. Anytime you are calling for a Swahili team, the 23 squad, at least this team A, team B, team C, players they will know that we are going, I'm going. Because they will be playing themselves. Team A can play with team B. But look, they'll be fighting to come out because they want to wear the national flag.
Oh, sure. For me, my opinion on the Amuzu thing is that I watched his father. His father, Teofilo Amuzu, used to play for Hearts of Oak. He played for the under-17, I think, in '97 in Egypt. He was part of that squad that lost to Brazil in the final in '97 in Cairo. They were captained by Godwin Atram. Osefi Samuel J was dropped because he had this planning issue. So our number one goalkeeper was Osei Batin. The goalkeeper for Asante Kotoko some time ago. Yes, we had Michael Kofi. Those I remember Michael Kofi. We had Aulekwe Jr. In that squad as well. Hamza Mohammed was the deputy captain to Godwin Atram. And we lost by 2-1. We took the lead in the final, lost by 2-1. We played Spain in the semi-final, won by 1-0. So no, 2-1 rather. Goals coming from Osefi and Godwin Atram. I remember Casillas was in pro for the Spanish under-17 team in '97 in Cairo. So I was his father, but he didn't feel Ghanaian 4 or 5 years ago, and that has been the issue. The Senegalese and the Moroccans are doing something different. They are catching youngsters who have ancestry to Morocco and Senegal very early, getting them very early to feel Senegalese, to feel Moroccan very early, so they are able to drive them into the national side. And that's how come we've had players like the guy playing for Everton.
Yeah. What is the name?
And at his peak now, he would have been scouted by the French national team.
Yes.
But today he plays for Senegal. If you go to the French Ligue 1, you see quite a number of them. They have quite a number of defenders who probably started playing for the French national team at the under 15 and 17 level, and they've switched to play for Senegal. You see, same with Morocco. Ghana isn't doing that. Obviously, because we haven't had infrastructure, the likes of Morocco have been able to build. That's something we should be looking at.
This is what I said earlier on. Because if we got these young guys all over and the black meteors was functioning properly, at least most of them can come and feed the black meteors, and they know that in future will be sent to the black side.
Okay, so let's do something else. Go First Ghana and other corporate institutions have made good their pledge to the national teams. Go First Ghana, they rolled out 5 million to the Black Stars, the Black Challenge, the Black Queens. Other institutions as well have made good their pledge to the national teams. Is this the sign of good things to come for our national teams?
Oh, sure, but Coach Ali will not be happy because it seems they might go to football.
Football, yes.
They don't support the other.
So,
This guy is preparing to something. So if currently by next week, Athletics will be on board. So whatever others want to donate.
I'm happy now.
But
Yes.
Omnibank donated 250,000. Newmont 300,000.
Is this
3 million from
the
somebody.
sports fund that the fundraising that was?
No, this is for the Black Stars.
That's okay. I think this 95th time is something that is happening all the time, especially when it comes to World Cup season. You find corporate bodies sponsoring and supporting the Black Stars to feature in the World Cup. It's good. All this takes the part of the burden of government. Maybe if government was to look for money, that is somewhere government will now have to just look for something somewhere and add what corporate bodies are donating or supporting with in order for us to have a smooth organization of the Black Stars going and coming back. And we just hope that not these donations or supports that have been given. The important thing is that we should be able to excel at the World Cup and make our name and make a mark and at least come back with the World Cup. The more you progress, the more money you make. If you're able to make more money, come back and government channel these resources back into sports development. Like the sports stadium we are looking for over here. We are told next year we will see something. We are hoping so. So that we also have our own standard stadium, track and tracks, nice pitches where the young ones can also develop. I think all this will help us.
Is corporate Ghana finally investing in sports?
Yeah, I think so. So my issue now is this money that the corporate bodies have is given out to the GFA. I just pray that this money should be used wisely. I think such money, when you use it to the right way, I think maybe next time when you come calling, you'll do more. It's just I fear that something might happen when it comes to people's World Cup, we get issues our money. So sometimes I always have issues with the Black Stars. We only see on television when, like maybe before, whenever they get call-ups, you see some of them sitting with their families. Though somebody will not say, oh, football is about we play World Cup, but then the pride will always there. Some of the guys, they feel like we are playing it for the motherland, we are playing it for the world. Some just want to win the national team, they say. Aside from that, money is not supposed to, more or less football is what? So business, but when it comes to the national team, we have to go all out. So this is a trend issue. So entire Black Stars in that. This is what the corporate bodies are doing. Imagine if we do more, when we go find a tournament, it means this corporate bodies will be willing to do more for us.
Really, how should GFA utilize this money?
These corporate bodies, to me, they are doing well. And if they are able to donate to support the Black Stars, fine. Because equipment is very expensive. Sports equipment, like football, the boots. Yes, there are so many training kits you need. And when they mention that amount of a team, when they for a team should be 32. Together with the team leaders and whoever players, 32. And if you go to buy these kits, they price you. I'm telling you, this corporate bodies money, most of them will go into those equipment. And moreover, there are different colors that you name. You need it for your team. If you have to buy 5 sets of jersey, what you'll be using, training kits. It's not an easy thing. It's not an easy thing. And government can do it alone. If the corporate bodies have come out to support, fine. So we need.
Why is it not happening locally? Why is it happening in our region? Because they complain that we come to the region, we have money.
Yeah, in our region, we got a lot of talents in this region. I wanted to call him, but unfortunately, that was out. All this under 17. So we can't get a single boy in this region to join the under 17 or two. Because the RFA chairman is in this region. He has got anything that he can do to scout the whole region, get 2 players, and make sure that you support these 2 players to be able to be in the team. If they go to join the team and they are not doing well, he himself will get to my part. But
Do we have the structures to push?
The last time I told you here, we have an academy.
Look, I've been going around attempts. I'll run them go to a place and see how the guys are doing. I said, these are very good players. But
And once we fail to utilize them, after a while, they get distribution and leave playing football. After 20 years, if I see that I'm not progressing in my field, then I need to find something to do.
look like Abba is when I will go to get a Premier Team. A stadium where Kotoko has and other teams will be traveling coming. So like people here also better with their small money and not pay and while we time in the stadium, see how the small life look like. See friends who they've not seen for so many years. Why? Because we are not trying to help ourselves. Like what I'm saying. Look, when we try to get players that are in the most of our national teams, I'm telling you, government will have it. Others will also push from behind, like our MPs. We say, these are players, 2 players are paying this, and today the other 17. In fact, we don't have a stadium. See, these are things that we ourselves have to come out fully. So like others push us from the back. But if you are not trying to help yourself, how can somebody come behind and push you? So I think this is something that the RFA chairman shouldn't just say my club. I want players from my club to be able to shine into the national teams. No, he's a father for all football teams in the region. Go to the teams, see like players. Well, if they are doing well, fine. If they don't play for the team, you know they can be fixed in the national teams in Ghana. You are the president of the football association in the region. Actually, send him. And no name will go higher. This player from the chairman is doing well. He has been able to work out and get a good player. But they are not seeing it. So these are things that I think we are lagging behind. This is like athletics, where we are not joking. Wherever, look, my district in the region, I don't know because of athletics. We are the best in the country because our districts are near. I can take my motor and young people. Do this to go and see having that in that circuit. When people break people, I say, oh, teacher, do this, if you and they bring that go. It's not in the US.
What coach is saying, the FA has an academy here, the Tenka Center. U15, semi-15 academy. The person is been there for 4 years. No even one single player. The FA itself, the GFA doesn't even have the confidence in the boys they are training there. To really like one represent their place in the national team. So sometimes you wonder what.
So let's make that way. The backside is already in Morocco. They have a friendly with Mali before the tournament kicks off. Confidence we can make it to the World Cup in Poland.
Sure, we can get that. I've consistently said ever since MRI was introduced, we have been very poor at the 17 level because of MRI scan. Anytime we go there, we scan our boys and tell them they are dirty, so we'll do well. I think with the preparation as well, and the seriousness I've seen the coaches put out, I think we are on the right track. All we need to, I think after this Mali match, we'll be able to assess the team going into the tournament.
Who has 20 months when they are already in Morocco?
I think they're pretty much at this moment. And then because Mali have to happen to people.
Yes.
So I think they go so in preparation also.
No, especially Mali, Burkina Faso, Senegal seem to not dominate youth football. What is happening?
You see, this. They all learned from Ghana. Yeah, it's not about the all learned from. I know let me tell you a story. The late Coach Apana told you. Coach Apana said before Burkina Faso had their national team. Bonga 1962. Bonga had a team. They divided them to Burkina to play against the national team. They went and beat them 6-2. And Yamama said the president of the said how can Bonga team come and score in the national team? So the team was banned. The team was banned in Burkina Faso. So when they came back, they saw that Bonga you had a very strong squad. So I just started coming. You from Boku where we started coming to Tenos Park. Because that was the only playing field at that time. You see, so football, these countries all learn from how Ghana plays. And they want to modernize it. And they're doing it better. And we still live on the old ideas that we got. Yes, I don't put them correct on the coach way of development like those days. There are so many coaches. I mean, came from the coach in Ghana. He was the best coach player in Ghana. And he was raised at SK was taking care of him. How did he become a best coach player? Because there were people who were going around seeing how the teams were playing in schools. So they honored him. So if they do like 4-11 those days, and I go I got to know those days. They started playing coach 4-11. 4-11 ages. When we measured 4-11 ages. And these are how the coach started. And if the time Ghana will introduce like Suya, you remember, if they want to be a very good dribbler, like Abdel Abdul was excellent in this Suya. You will bring him, you come into the you see now, he says Suya, these are you. And these are how most of them know how to dribble. We don't have those design. You only go to follow the coach. There are some talks in the coach have to introduce to the players. I don't have and they follow the coach. The coach is to become very flexible to be able to scheme.
I also a program and it was in and sent you the team money for Nasco and then I prepared for Nasco. So they had the original secondary school. They had the best team. I think had the best team. But they knew for the everyone wanted to come. So they were trying to Nasco and Nasco. He said if I know because they lost and so they lost. But this is like side grant to head of his side grant never gave way to Ghana's. That is when you dribble and you make sure you take the ball. You know that he uses the flex. Look, that was a match. Yeah, that was a match. And I went to comment section on Facebook. People old enough from Ghana or school said they were the tournament. It's one of the tournament they keep remembering of any time they give up. Yes, and you see, we don't have that. Sports today, especially the results. It's like in school and the police are getting the guy who won the second goal for Ghana is now in US. He came last year. He invited me to come. He wanted to present some medals, cash money, and other items too. The Ghana what we had in the house. Mohammed, the late Mustafa Ali's junior brother. He was a good speaker at the same time. Football. Man, he's such a person. He's playing it. It's right. You can see how best. You suffer behind him because when he takes the ball, he's going into the net. So much of the players play. I'm telling you, I've been telling them this. But I introduced Mumba. Mumba was running 11. I'm telling you, he was one of the fastest in the league. Because of that, Mumba, when you put ball to him, he's gone. It's not look. It's running more. So that's pretty. That's what the African they tried to get 2-1 win at the Passport Stadium. They are in Uganda. To take on the Uganda.
And they will start again. The Ugandans have always been the corner of when it comes to these qualifiers, especially at the 20. I think this is the 20, right?
Yeah, the 20.
But I still believe the black, our ladies, our girls will progress ahead of them. It's going to be a difficult match.
Totally.
So like I football. I don't want to see much. I don't follow it like the men soccer. But in the sports that I'm hearing, I think they progress.
Yeah, 2-1 in the first league. I'm telling you 1 or 2-1. These are not for like at least 2 minutes from better. Okay. This is not playing out. Let's see how it's with them. Let's see how they can take it.
Totally. We're not about the championship now. Let's go back. 25 years since midnight stadium disaster. 150% of the lives. That's Wednesday. It was 10 Black Wednesday. We're supposed to learn from this. We haven't, at least from all indications. Last season, we were just this season, the team has withdrawn because the supporters are reported to have belted or even assaulted officials. We still not learned totally.
You see, I've worked in most of the stadiums in the country. Those days, if there's an international match in the country, whether to play in the crowd, the director general at that time, I've got you will call the village. There are people who invite to come mind the gate. So when you go to work, the orientation with them. If tickets are finished, you should know that the stadium is full. If the tickets are not finished, then you should know there's still wait for others to come in. And there are people those days who are always in the stand to watch. If this stand is becoming full, or this is somebody trying to misbehave, they are people now. That's why they want to bring the security men, the army, the police, to be in charge of stadium. But this time, like what happened, the stadium was full to capacity. Full to the gate was really broken. It was supposed to be that. And you see that, especially when you say something, some of our brothers, when they go to the stadium, they just go to this and take one for good. And all these things can influence somebody if you are losing or you are winning to start misbehaving. You will celebrate somebody because you are elected BTC. They don't agree. And those things that our classic players were not there. The current one. Somebody can just lift it and throw it into the first time. That's the cause problem. And this one will make it and throw it into the first time. So they start throwing it against one another. And come then down by firing. Yes, and the policeman, you know, they took the policeman as well click. The policeman rise to the stand to make sure that everybody will come back. Look like somebody threw the chance for the policeman. So it gave out this one shot like this one. The stand, which person? So those who were descended. Well, I had so they turned off. They rolled off. And those were also carrying because they said the tear gas, the scent of it can let you collapse. You see that everyone was fighting for his life. They just already fell. Putting that down. Other people stepped on them and ran out. That's what happened at the military recruitment. At the gate, when the gate was open, we are patient for ourselves. We are patient for ourselves. And then we have to be patient for ourselves. Look, tear gas in the stadium is not being used like what the policeman did. At least they could have avoided using the tear gas, but only to get to the entrance. And the entrance was locked. Because they don't want people to come here. So it was broken. No magic. No, it was a day off. All five were not happy. So we were not happy at all.
Saturday for Ghana, but have learned enough lessons.
Of course we did. We've learned a lot, not just lessons, we've learned a lot. I still empathize with the families of the bereaved, even though it's been very long. All this issue was as a result of lack of orientation, just like what Chani said. You know, sometimes when you bring the security to a stadium, the way they handle criminal cases outside, you can't handle the same in the stadium. You understand? You don't fire tear gas at this time. The fans are running towards the direction. Then you throw another one here. They are going back, you throw another one. Now you are put in the middle. How do you expect them to survive? In those days, their transport stadium, the entrance. It's not like now every section has an entrance. Every section has an entrance. No. And it wasn't like what we have now. If you just pass through the entrance, you are in the corridors and you descend down. No. It was some corner where you descend, you careful. So how do you even get that was a problem? So you have, let's say, 2 stands using one entrance. You understand? The police didn't even need to fire any tear gas in the stadium. How much is the plastic chair? That's why sometimes what we do now is we identify, like it happened last week in House, you were breaking the chest and throwing. The security with their cameras identify some particular individual, arrested them, took them to court. They paid. Some of them went to jail for some time. You understand? If you had attacked them with tear gas and they died, they come back. No. That's why I'm saying that after midnight we have learned a lot, especially how the security should operate when it comes to the stadium set.
So also focusing on the security, what of the supporters? Because we still see packets of hooliganism across.
That's something that can never stop. It will never stop. Even in elite leagues in Europe, you still see that every day it happens. Supporters will deliberately come and cause trouble. Just look at Atletico Madrid and Arsenal. What did Arsenal fans do? They were sleeping down. They brought knockouts to the hotel and they were firing. When pushed into the hotel, cause of just to disrupt them from sleeping. That's even the team, not even fans. That's what this is. What we should be doing is how do we manage it to reduce possible casualties? And that's what I think now with our security in fact. You know, and the reason is that FIFA, because of past incidents, FIFA has made sure that every year they do this, they organize this orientation courses for the security. I think there's even one man here, they call it John Gomez or something. He attends to, and when there are matches at the Telecast, he comes. And because of the orientation, his mindset when he comes there, the way he interacts with the fans, is different. When they go around and do it, you observe, watch the people. When you see there's trouble and you go there as a security man, you identify, make sure that you picture them, so that all before you'll be able to identify them. Look, the has the last one, I think it's 3 or 4 years ago that they were breaking the chest and I said, some were arrested and prosecuted and they want to get again. Ever since it happened, nobody then break a chair in hospital again. No one use force. But we use what? The law to deal with the people. So it was an unfortunate situation, an unfortunate incident that happened, and we pray it never happens again.
Yep, no, sir. In life. Never again.
And then I think we feel like the council time. Because of this, he has a lot of people. I feel like they are the main cause when it comes to football. Right? It's been years, 25 years down the line. We lost the changes. That is the only. We yesterday that such incident never happened. That's what he's saying. I feel like Daniel's playing a lot. But then some things are happening. Talking about what happened last year, the fan, but all of us life. Let's go over and go see this. The fans tell us, basically, my guy outside. That was this. Let's find this for one of the you go there, we can't believe it. We have to defend our country. We measure it. Some of them how is what player responsible. Let's go with what responsible. Some of them will take you. They will go to you because just look at what happened on the night. Shouldn't happen again when it comes to that.
You see, the fan that died is Pole.
Yeah.
No, it's not Pole. Pole is dead. When they went to the factory, the incident didn't happen in the stadium. Where did it happen around the stadium? Pole went somewhere. He went to his base somewhere to do his own thing, and the confusion was there, and he was stabbed. The people find out were there with him. He decided to send him to the hospital. Decided to pick him and bring him to the stadium. How do what? Just because that's what the issue would be like. It's happening at the stadium. The police investigation was very well. The CIA was very clear in their report. The incident didn't happen at the stadium. It happened somewhere. And when it happened, they were supposed to come into the hospital. They decided to bring him to the stadium. You see, but they didn't go to the stadium at the entrance. When those aggregates realized this was they didn't even have to send him inside. They were also questioning why bringing him in. Send him to the hospital. The police said, right? They said at the end, he died. Just actually, this pocket of regardism there, whether we like it or not, because it's part of football, and it will be part of football. What we are just bringing that the casualty, the impact should be less, so that we wouldn't have someone dying because he didn't get what football.
So let's look at it now. It's media message choose now. The media goes as we go. So let's go to 11 days. As we go, should keep points from 11. 11 days.
Definitely. Yeah, we have been following the way they play everywhere. I think quite okay. We go down.
So, I wanted to talk about that match, but let's make it as very difficult how to.
Yes, when it comes to your capacity, again, we always do it. Next, we have performance. We know we perform well. We have been away from where we come from our best to it. It's possible we might get 100. And I hope it is.
Please, let's talk about the
I think
So let's think which one could be addition. A bit of any US candidate.
I'm looking for amnesty. If amnesty for 5 will be an addition. For me, so one that is we have one because Karela is very local. The amnesty for because we need to 1A. And I expect that they cannot be just yesterday.
And for some purposes, of this area, she put it because you don't need for European Cup final this month. Final